Now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade JJ Williams, and today we're going to kick off another weekly review of a Disney Plus original series. That's right, much like we did the Kenobi series a couple months ago, we're going to be taking a look every week at the episodes for She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. The first episode, entitled A Normal Amount of Rage, starring Tatiana Maslany and Mark Ruffalo. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here once again for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. And as I alluded to in the introduction, we're going to begin a new weekly episodic review of a brand new TV show, a brand new Disney Plus original streaming show, much like we did the Obi-Wan Kenobi saga, which ran for, I believe it was 6 weeks. This time we're going to be doing She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, which is scheduled to run 9 weeks. The first episode actually premiered on Disney Plus on August 18th, but much like the Kenobi saga, we're going to wait a week before we review each episode. That way you have at least a week to see the new episode before I go talking about it, giving synopsises, and potentially spoiling it. So, buckle up and let's begin. As our show opens, lawyer Jennifer Walters breaks the fourth wall prior to a court case. Jennifer proceeds to tell the viewers about an incident that occurred a few months prior while on a road trip with her cousin, Bruce Banner. Apparently, they were intercepted by a Sakaran spaceship and crashed their car. Now, while attempting to get Bruce to safety, Jennifer gets cross-contaminated by his blood, causing her to transform into a Hulk. Afterwards, Banner takes his cousin to his secret laboratory in Mexico, where he explains to her her new special genetic condition and offers to help her learn how to control her new powers. Now, in a surprising turn of events, Jennifer is able to effortlessly handle Banner's training regime. However, Jennifer does express displeasure over the idea of becoming a superhero and having to abandon her previous life. When she attempts to leave, she is stopped by Bruce, and the two fight. Afterwards, Bruce reluctantly accepts his cousin's wish to return to her normal life and bids her farewell. A few months later, Jennifer Walters is attending a court case, which is interrupted when a woman violently bursts into the courtroom. Walters carefully removes her shoes and transforms into She-Hulk. She easily defeats the woman and then returns back to normal just in time to make her closing arguments as our episode comes to its close. Unfortunately, much like the Kenobi series, I have a feeling all these synopsises are going to be very, very short, which means these episodes are going to be shorter than normal. And I do apologize for that in advance. However, also like the Kenobi series, I'm not going to be rating each episode. I'm going to wait until the series is completely over, and then I'll give my star rating based on the series, not episode by episode. I will say this episode, while decent, did bore me a little bit. It was kind of slow moving, but you got to figure it was the origin story. It was the story of how Jennifer got her Hulk powers. So it wasn't going to be guns blazing right off the bat. We weren't going to get 5 million cameos in the first episode. They've announced quite a few people that are coming back for this show. Obviously, not just Bruce, but Wong, Tim Roth as the Abomination. You know, there's going to be a bunch of people popping in and out. You couldn't just throw them all in the first episode. You've got to build the story. And before we could really get into As Jennifer called it when she broke the fourth wall, a lost show. We had to figure out and find out how, within the confines of the MCU, She-Hulk got her powers. So I can forgive it being slow moving a little bit for the first episode. By the time we get to episode 2, things are starting to pick up pace a little bit, because 9 episodes, 9 hours, that's a long time. If they're going to be slow moving episodes, this is going to lose me. Everything Marvel and the MCU have put out have interested me on some level. And while there's still a few things I'm behind on and need to see, I feel like they're not going to let me down here. And I just have to trust in Kevin Feige to stay the course. Origin stories are always a little bit slower moving. So I can accept that. I can forgive that. If slow moving television shows are not your style, then you probably won't like episode 1 of She-Hulk. You can probably tune into episode 2 next week, where you know they're going to do the previously on She-Hulk and give a little bit of a recap of this episode and how she got her powers, and then move right into the next episode. And hopefully that'll pick up the momentum a little bit. What did you guys think of the first episode of She-Hulk? Let me know. If you're watching the premiere, leave your thoughts and comments over here. If you're watching on demand later in the day, leave your thoughts and comments down here. Let's engage in that conversation. Let's have that communication between myself and you, the viewers, the fans. You know I love that stuff. Let's do it. Talk to me about She-Hulk. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow, right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, when I will be wrapping up Martial Arts Week here on Renegades Reviews, and I'm going to be discussing Surf Ninjas, starring Ernie Reyes Jr., Nicholas Cowan, Kelly Hu, Ernie Reyes Sr., Rob Schneider, Tone Loc, and Leslie Nielsen. You're not going to want to miss out on that right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, right here on another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, when I wrap up my birthday week and martial arts week with Surf Ninjas. It's a goofy comedy, but I think if you've never seen it, you'll enjoy it. We'll get into that tomorrow. To all my loyal fans and viewers out there, thank you for tuning in and joining me here today. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure that you have your notification bell turned on so that you can get alerted anytime a video drops right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel. Make sure you share this video with your family, friends, loved ones, movie lovers, cinephiles, Marvel fans, MCU fans, Incredible Hulk fans, anybody that you can think of that would enjoy watching my weekly review of She-Hulk. Share this video with them. Help boost up my visibility in the YouTube algorithms. Help me get monetized by the end of the year. Thank you once again to all of those of you who follow the show and watch it every week. I appreciate you guys more than you know, and I will see you guys next time.